Question 1. Which Delaware state statute outlines the legal procedures for executing search warrants? A. Title 11, Section 2301. B. Title 11, Section 2227. C. Title 11, Section 2306. D. Title 11, Section 2225. Correct answer: C. Title 11, Section 2306. Explanation: Title 11, Section 2306 of the Delaware Code outlines the legal procedures for executing search warrants. It specifies requirements such as the time frame for execution, the manner of entry, and the items that may be seized. Question 2. In Delaware's criminal justice system, which court is responsible for handling felony cases? A. Court of Chancery. B. Justice of the Peace Court. C. Superior Court. D. Family Court. Correct answer: C. Superior Court. Explanation: Superior Court in Delaware has jurisdiction over felony cases, including serious criminal offenses such as murder, rape, and robbery. Question 3. During a traffic stop, which of the following is the appropriate procedure for an officer to follow when approaching the vehicle? A. Stand directly behind the vehicle. B. Shine a flashlight into the vehicle immediately. C. Approach from the passenger side. D. Remain in the patrol car until backup arrives. Correct answer: C. Approach from the passenger side. Explanation: Approaching from the passenger side provides officers with a better view of the driver and reduces the risk of being struck by passing vehicles. Question 4. According to Delaware law, which of the following factors should officers consider when determining the reasonableness of the use of force? A. Gender of the suspect. B. Suspect's criminal history. C. Officer's personal beliefs. D. Severity of the threat posed by the suspect. Correct answer: D. Severity of the threat posed by the suspect. Explanation: Delaware law requires officers to consider the severity of the threat posed by the suspect when determining the reasonableness of the use of force. Factors such as the immediacy and nature of the threat should be taken into account. Question 5. Which technique is recommended for de-escalating a situation involving an individual experiencing a mental health crisis? A. Using aggressive language to assert authority. B. Maintaining a safe distance and speaking calmly. C. Issuing commands without explanation. D. Threatening with arrest if the individual does not comply. Correct answer: B. Maintaining a safe distance and speaking calmly. Explanation: When dealing with individuals in mental health crises, it's important for officers to maintain a safe distance, speak calmly, and avoid escalating the situation further. Question 6. In the context of community-oriented policing, what is the primary goal of a neighborhood watch program? A. Apprehending criminals. B. Preventing crime through citizen involvement. C. Monitoring police activities. D. Enforcing curfew laws. Correct answer: B. Preventing crime through citizen involvement. Explanation: Neighborhood watch programs aim to prevent crime by encouraging citizens to work together with law enforcement agencies to monitor and report suspicious activities in their communities. Question 7. Which of the following actions violates ethical standards for law enforcement officers? A. Accepting a bribe from a suspect. B. Providing first aid to a victim at a crime scene. C. Assisting a colleague in need of support. D. Refusing to testify in court. Correct answer: A. Accepting a bribe from a suspect. Explanation: Accepting a bribe from a suspect is a serious violation of ethical standards for law enforcement officers, as it undermines the integrity and impartiality of the criminal justice system. Question 8. During a natural disaster, which agency typically takes the lead in coordinating emergency response efforts in Delaware? A. Delaware State Police. B. Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA. C. Delaware Department of Transportation. D. Local Emergency Management Agency. Correct answer: D. Local Emergency Management Agency. Explanation: local emergency management agencies are responsible for coordinating emergency response efforts within their jurisdictions during natural disasters, working in collaboration with state and federal agencies as needed. Question 9. When documenting an incident report, which of the following is essential for ensuring accuracy and completeness? A. Including personal opinions and assumptions. B. Omitting details to streamline the report. C. Using technical jargon to sound professional. D. Providing factual information supported by evidence. Correct answer: D. Providing factual information supported by evidence. Explanation: incident reports should contain factual information supported by evidence, avoiding personal opinions or assumptions to maintain objectivity and accuracy. Question 10. Which of the following is a primary objective of defensive tactics training for law enforcement officers? A. Inflicting harm on suspects. B. Demonstrating physical prowess. C. Protecting oneself and others from harm. D. Intimidating individuals through physical presence. Correct answer: C. Protecting oneself and others from harm. Explanation: defensive tactics training aims to equip law enforcement officers with the skills necessary to protect themselves and others from harm while minimizing the risk of injury to both officers and suspects. Question 11. In a dynamic situation, what should be the priority for law enforcement officers when making decisions? A. Following established protocols regardless of the circumstances. B. Taking immediate action without considering potential risks. C. Analyzing the situation and assessing risks before taking action. D. Deferring decision-making to higher-ranking officers. Correct answer: C. Analyzing the situation and assessing risks before taking action. Explanation: in dynamic situations, officers should prioritize analyzing the situation, assessing risks, and making informed decisions based on the circumstances at hand to ensure the safety of everyone involved. Question 12. Which communication strategy is most effective when interacting with individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds? A. Using slang and informal language to establish rapport. B. Making assumptions based on stereotypes. C. Demonstrating respect and sensitivity to cultural differences. D. Avoiding eye contact to show deference. Correct answer: C. Demonstrating respect and sensitivity to cultural differences. Explanation: effective communication with individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds requires demonstrating respect and sensitivity to cultural differences, avoiding stereotypes, and adapting communication styles as needed to foster mutual understanding and respect. Question 13. Under the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which of the following constitutes a lawful search? A. Search conducted without a warrant or probable cause. B. Search conducted with the suspect's consent. C. Search conducted based on racial profiling. D. Search conducted solely for harassment purposes. Correct answer: B. Search conducted with the suspect's consent. Explanation: a search conducted with the suspect's voluntary consent is considered lawful under the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, provided that the consent is given voluntarily and knowingly. Question 14. How do body-worn cameras benefit law enforcement agencies? A. By providing real-time surveillance of citizens. B. By reducing transparency and accountability. C. By capturing evidence and enhancing officer safety. D. By infringing on individual privacy rights. Correct answer: C. By capturing evidence and enhancing officer safety. Explanation: body-worn cameras benefit law enforcement agencies by capturing evidence, increasing transparency, enhancing officer safety, and improving accountability in interactions with the public. Question 15. How might Delaware's coastal geography impact law enforcement operations? A. By creating harsh winters and extreme temperatures. B. By increasing the risk of flooding and coastal erosion. C. By limiting access to remote areas for criminal activities. D. By posing challenges for urban policing strategies. Correct answer: B. By increasing the risk of flooding and coastal erosion. Explanation: Delaware's coastal geography poses challenges for law enforcement operations by increasing the risk of flooding, coastal erosion, and other environmental hazards that may impact public safety and emergency response efforts. Question 16. Which approach is most effective for addressing substance abuse within communities? A. Implementing punitive measures to deter drug use. B. Focusing solely on enforcement efforts. C. Adopting a comprehensive approach involving prevention, treatment, and enforcement. D. Ignoring substance abuse as a law enforcement issue. Correct answer: C. Adopting a comprehensive approach involving prevention, treatment, and enforcement. Explanation: addressing substance abuse within communities requires a comprehensive approach involving prevention, treatment, and enforcement efforts to address the root causes of drug addiction, reduce demand, and disrupt supply chains. Question 17. What is the primary purpose of conducting a traffic accident investigation? A. Assigning blame and determining fault. B. Issuing citations to drivers involved in the accident. C. Identifying factors contributing to the accident and preventing future occurrences. D. Clearing the roadway as quickly as possible. Correct answer: C. Identifying factors contributing to the accident and preventing future occurrences. Explanation: the primary purpose of conducting a traffic accident investigation is to identify factors contributing to the accident, such as road conditions, driver behavior, and environmental factors, in order to prevent future occurrences and improve roadway safety. Question 18. According to Delaware law, who is prohibited from possessing firearms? A. Law enforcement officers. B. Individuals convicted of certain felonies. C. Licensed firearms dealers. D. Active duty military personnel. Correct answer: B. Individuals convicted of certain felonies. Explanation: Delaware law prohibits individuals convicted of certain felonies from possessing firearms as part of efforts to prevent firearm-related violence and ensure public safety. Question 19. Under Delaware state law, what is the legal standard for determining the admissibility of evidence obtained through a search? A. Beyond a reasonable doubt. B. Clear and convincing evidence. C. Preponderance of the evidence. D. Probable cause. Correct answer: D. Probable cause. Explanation: under Delaware state law, the legal standard for determining the admissibility of evidence obtained through a search is probable cause, which requires sufficient facts and circumstances to believe that a crime has been committed or that evidence of a crime exists. Question 20. In Delaware, what is the minimum age requirement to be tried as an adult for criminal offenses? A. 16 years old. B. 17 years old. C. 18 years old. D. 21 years old. Correct answer: C. 18 years old. Explanation: in Delaware, Individuals must be at least 18 years old to be tried as adults for criminal offenses, although certain exceptions may apply depending on the nature of the offense and the individual's criminal history. Question 21. What is the purpose of conducting a lineup or photo array in a criminal investigation? A. To provide suspects with an opportunity to confess. B. To intimidate witnesses into identifying a specific suspect. C. To present a group of individuals to a witness for identification purposes. D. To coerce witnesses into making false identifications. Correct answer. C. To present a group of individuals to a witness for identification purposes. Explanation. The purpose of conducting a lineup or photo array in a criminal investigation is to present a group of individuals, including the suspect and fillers, to a witness for identification purposes, allowing the witness to identify the perpetrator if possible. Question 22. Which of the following factors may influence an officer's decision to use deadly force? A. Race or ethnicity of the suspect. B. Gender of the suspect. C. Severity of the threat posed by the suspect. D. Political affiliation of the suspect. Correct answer. C. Severity of the threat posed by the suspect. Explanation. An officer's decision to use deadly force should be based on the severity of the threat posed by the suspect, such as the imminent risk of death or serious bodily harm to themselves or others, rather than irrelevant factors such as race, gender, or political affiliation. Question 23. Which de-escalation technique involves actively listening to a person in crisis and acknowledging their feelings and concerns? A. Assertive communication. B. Tactical withdrawal. C. Active engagement. D. Crisis negotiation. Correct answer. D. Crisis negotiation. Explanation. Crisis negotiation involves actively listening to a person in crisis, acknowledging their feelings and concerns, and attempting to establish rapport and build trust in order to peacefully resolve the situation without the need for force. Question 24. How can law enforcement agencies promote trust and collaboration with diverse communities? A. By prioritizing enforcement actions over community engagement. B. By ignoring community concerns and complaints. C. By actively listening to community members and addressing their needs. D. By using aggressive tactics to maintain control. Correct answer. C. By actively listening to community members and addressing their needs. Explanation. Law enforcement agencies can promote trust and collaboration with diverse communities by actively listening to community members, addressing their needs and concerns, and involving them in decision-making processes related to policing strategies and priorities. Question 25. Which ethical principle requires law enforcement officers to be honest and transparent in their interactions with the public? A. Integrity. B. Loyalty. C. Discretion. D. Impartiality. Correct answer. A. Integrity. Explanation. Integrity is an ethical principle that requires law enforcement officers to be honest, transparent, and morally upright in their conduct, maintaining public trust and confidence in the criminal justice system. Question 26. In the event of a mass casualty incident, what is the primary goal of law enforcement agencies? A. Apprehending suspects. B. Providing medical assistance to victims. C. Securing the scene and ensuring public safety. D. Investigating the cause of the incident. Correct answer. C. Securing the scene and ensuring public safety. Explanation. In the event of a mass casualty incident, the primary goal of law enforcement agencies is to secure the scene, ensure public safety, and coordinate with other emergency responders to provide assistance to victims and mitigate further harm. Question 27. Why is it important for law enforcement officers to maintain accurate and detailed records of their activities? A. To impress supervisors and colleagues. B. To comply with departmental policies and procedures. C. To avoid accountability and scrutiny. D. To create fictional narratives for entertainment purposes. Correct answer. B. To comply with departmental policies and procedures. Explanation. Law enforcement officers are required to maintain accurate and detailed records of their activities to comply with departmental policies and procedures, ensure accountability, document evidence, and support legal proceedings. Question 28. Which defensive tactic is designed to control and restrain non-compliant or aggressive individuals? A. Pepper spray. B. Handcuffing. C. Baton strikes. D. Firearms. Correct answer. B. Handcuffing. Explanation. Handcuffing is a defensive tactic commonly used by law enforcement officers to control and restrain non-compliant or aggressive individuals while minimizing the risk of injury to both parties. Question 29. How can law enforcement officers enhance their situational awareness during high-stress situations? A. By focusing solely on their immediate surroundings. B. By ignoring potential threats and dangers. C. By relying on intuition rather than evidence. D. By continuously scanning the environment and assessing potential risks. Correct answer. D. By continuously scanning the environment and assessing potential risks. Explanation. Law enforcement officers can enhance their situational awareness during high-stress situations by continuously scanning the environment, assessing potential risks, and gathering relevant information to inform their decision-making processes. Question 30. When communicating with individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing, what accommodation should law enforcement officers provide? A. Speaking loudly to ensure understanding. B. Using complex language to convey information. C. Providing written or visual communication alternatives. D. Ignoring the individual's communication preferences. Correct answer. C. Providing written or visual communication alternatives. Explanation. When communicating with individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing, law enforcement officers should provide written or visual communication alternatives, such as writing notes or using sign language interpreters, to ensure effective communication and facilitate understanding.